All right, everybody. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. Today we're going to try to do us a nice, easy ocean scene. I'm using just 5 colors. I've got black, blue, a bright red, a titanium white, and just a plain, well, it's not plain, it's a yellow orange. But anyway, since we're using acrylic, we got to work fast because we're working wet on wet paint. This canvas is already wet, so let's hurry up and start throwing some color in there. We'll start out with a blue. Grab a little of this white work in there. All right, put my palette right here. We'll start working this color in. Nice and easy. We're just getting some color in, and then we'll go from there. Now we're not going to worry so much about detail on this one because we're doing a nice, quick, easy painting. And as you can see, that acrylics already want to dry on us, and we're just going to keep working this in and trying to let it get lighter and lighter. As old Bob used to say, we're letting her get lighter and lighter in value. Get back in some more of this blue, and let's go ahead and start bringing our water in. We're going to leave a nice light horizon. Remember, when you're doing water, paint from the edges in. And you'll see right here in a minute why. We're going to let this slowly fade into nothing out through there. And wherever it ends up, we don't care. Get a little more of this blue. Throw a little bit of that white in there to lighten it. There we go. That's the kind of color I'm looking for. We're just going to let this lighten more and more for us. Let me put a little more of this white in here. There we go. We're just trying to blend it out. As you can see, my liquid white has already tried to set up on us. And when it happens, you can literally just start working it in like that. If you have to, since we're using acrylic, you can throw you a touch of water in it, just like that. Almost like watercolor. Just dry brush down a little bit now. There we go. Just dry brush out some more. Since we got a little bit more paint than what I was anticipating, we'll take and work it out just a little bit like that. We're just working in a little bit of color. All right, we're gonna have to work the sky a little more. And then we goofing off with the water and forgot about our sky. We're just gonna keep working this. A little more water. There we go. Water is your best friend when using acrylics. All right, we'll just keep working this a little. These little crisscross strokes. And then we're going to go back over this with our blender brush. All right, let's yank out this old blender brush. Make sure, got some crusty paint right there. What the deal is with that? We'll just work it off to the edge. There we go. We're just gonna go through here and blend this paint just like we're doing. Just trying to give her a nice, even color that kind of fades away into nothing, if you know what I mean. Let's work it in a little bit more over on this side. Let's just work out them strokes, work them out. And you'll see the way we're doing it, where our color is going to get lighter and lighter in value as we go. Just keep working. Let me set my other brush off here to the side. I'm going to go ahead and clean that brush. There we go. You can't never blend enough, so it seems. But that is just fine. All right. And where you can see this right here is it turned out so great for me. It's actually because I allowed the liquid white underneath to sit up and dry on me a little bit too fast. But it's okay. You will see, we can always work it out. We'll just keep working it, working it, working it. We'll still end up with something nice. Just lightly blending still. See, we still got our light area right here, which was always worried about keeping. Because if you've been to the ocean, you'll know exactly how it is. Sometimes it's hard to tell where the sky begins and the water ends. There we go. We'll just keep on blending her a little bit, just like that. Work it a little bit more right there. And I am content with that because we can sit here and work it all night if we don't watch it. And I am bad for doing things like that. Now, do we want clouds? I don't know if I want clouds or not. No, I said we was going to keep this simple. We may do a cloud or two, but as in for sunlight, we may cut us a water line in right here somewhere and maybe have us a distant sun, maybe. We don't know yet. Whatever we do, it's going to be simple. I guarantee you that, as always. Although I do like how it looks the way it is. I ain't going to lie. Get that out there if I can. Brush hair. Hair off the brush. There we go. Got more brushing. I am liking this. I am liking this. Yes, it works for me. We can actually get us a little bit of white right here if we want. Put us a little more white in here. Just like that. We can lighten it up even more. Lighten her up even more. All right. Now, let's see. What do we want? Yeah, we might want a sun. We don't know, do we? If so, we're going to have to make us a little horizon line, but that's okay. We can do whatever we want to do. Sure, why not? Let's go for it. We'll do us a light. I'm gonna take a little bit of this red, a little bit of the white, because we want a good sun, but we don't want it to plumb knock our eyes out, do we? It's not bad. Stick it on the knife and mix some of this. So we'll go a little more red, a little bit more of white. Actually, quite a bit more white, because we don't want to completely set the sky on fire, but we would like to have a little bit of a nice color, wouldn't we? And since we've already started this painting, I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to use this knife right here to put in our line where our sun's going to be. And we're just going to work that in just like so, and we'll clean this up for sure. Just bear with me. All right. Now let's grab us a little bit finer brush. I'm sure I have one here somewhere. There we go. This one. That's not as good of a brush as I thought it was. It's a nice, softer brush. That brush here is a little too firm, to be honest with you. Let's see what we can guys here. Something maybe a touch softer. This will work. It's gonna have to work because the paint's gonna be dry if I don't watch it. Let's grab a little more of that red. Just a touch more. Yeah, I'm liking that. Yeah. Just using cheater knife here. There we go. Maybe a touch more red. Just a touch. As you can see already, I've never been accused of having a steady hand whatsoever. But we can work with this. We can work with it. It's looking better. Not exactly what I was wanting, but it's looking better. We can work with it. And hey, I tell you what, let's take our old fan brush here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll take our old fan brush, get a little bit of this paint on it, and we're just going to take and color us in some of our sunlight. Maybe a little bit more. Ain't gotta be perfect. You just you add as much or as little of this as you like, because it's your painting, nobody else's. I believe it right there is going to work, folks. I do believe it's going to work. Let's go ahead and clean up this fan brush, because my favorite brush in the world, and I'm sure we'll end up using it again. There's no doubt in my mind. What's that him right here? All right, let's go back in here. Let's try to clean this up just a hair. Got a brush hair. Eat it. Or did have. I think we may have gotten it. There we go. I'm just cleaning up my mess. Cleaning up my mess. Without making a bigger mess or trying to anyway. There we go. Now what we can actually do is we can take, what brush do I want to use for that? This one right here. We can take and put us in some clouds up here, and we'll have some fun with this now. Grab just a touch of this white right here. Not a lot. Get that worked in. I'm just mixing us some, well, I'd love to show you my palette, but I've got too many knives sitting on it because I'm being lazy today. Alright, we'll put you right here for now. Actually, we'll just go ahead and brush ain't perfect, but it's good enough. Alright, we're going to, as you can see right here, I'm just taking and mixing some of this. I'm just trying to give us a little bit of color on here. Maybe a little more white. There we go. Because we don't want to set the sky on fire. Didn't mean to go right back blue with it. A little more white. We just keep working this color. I'm fine with that. Alright, let's go in here and let's start working us in some clouds. I prefer using a fan brush for this method, but it's okay. Alright, let's take and let's put some clouds right in here. A little more of that white is what we'll have to do. We'll just try to take and blend this out into nothing. I'm not liking this brush at all, but it's okay. We're just doing some light clouds. But I tell you what, as long as we can do this and work us a little more of this red into the bottom of our clouds, we'll start working a little something like that. I'm guessing everybody's probably just glad to see me painting something other than mountains for once. Although we're far from being done painting mountains. Throw a little more color into this. Not trying to get too carried away. We got too many other things. Alright, wrong brush for that totally, but hey, we're working on it. What do we do with our, oh, there it is. Now, so we're coming here with the hero brush. I'm telling you, a fan brush is your absolute bestest of friends. Just taking, that sun's got to be giving us some color here in this horizon, surely. Don't you think? Let's wipe off that excess paint. All right, folks, it's time for us to do a little bit of blending here. Let's make sure this brush is dry. There we go. There we go. We're just giving ourselves a little bit of color is all we're doing. Because that color, that sun, you know, it's got to be throwing some color into the sky as well, doesn't it? Just take and blend that lightly, ever so lightly. Let's go ahead and work this cloud in up here too. There we go. We're getting somewhere now, folks. There we go. We are getting there now. Just work it and work it. Yeah, a little something like that. All right, I'm kind of liking it. Now, let's take our ever faithful knife, which is down here. Paint still on it, but it's okay. And let's grab some of this liquid white right here, just like so. Maybe not that much, but a little. And let's just go in here and start cutting this in a solid white. Maybe something like that, maybe. Something like that. Just give us a little bit of color. A little bit of color. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it does help to have that little bit of a line right there at the horizon. I mean, as you can see, it doesn't take much. It does not take much. And when it's considering short painting, it doesn't even have to have any. All right, we'll just take some more of this color right here, and we'll just color us in, or cut us in some more water lines, because we're at the ocean. We need water lines, don't we? Paint's a little bit on the thin side. It's okay. You can get into that old canvas just as hard as you want. You ain't gonna hurt it. Just like that. Let's go ahead and cut this one in real nice and deep. Yeah, buddy, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. And tell you what, let's get brave. Cut right across the bottom of that sun just like that. Kind of looks like we got something now. A little, doesn't it? Not much, but a little. All right, folks. I'll tell you what. Let's see. We need to throw us in. We'll throw us in a dark base color over here. We'll make us up something here. We'll think of something, won't we? We always do. And an old fan brush, because I'm sure we'll be using him again. There's no doubt in my mind about that. He's our best good friend. All right, what kind of color do I want for that? What kind of color am I looking for? All right, just to throw something in there a little bit dark. Let's see, let's take a little bit of this white and some black. This is just gonna be something for color for us to go right back over. Something like that. That's going to be the base. And then we'll go back over it. If we have to even pull out some brown, I ain't above doing that. All right, let's just go like right in here. I kind of like that. Let's go over here instead. Let's just go right in here and start working us in some color. Just right in here somewhere. Just right in here. Ain't got to be nothing great. Ain't got to be nothing great at all. We're just throwing in a little bit of base. A little bit of base color is all we're doing. Just right in here anywhere. there somewhere. We don't care. We don't care at all. Because you know what? If it ain't fun, it ain't worth doing. If we mess something up, we'll fix it. If we can't fix it, then that's when we say we meant to do it that way, right? Am I right or am I right? Yeah, okay. Alright, let's see. What kind of color do I need for this? Well, I tell you what, we're going to keep the system. And this is just going to be another color I forgot to tell you we were using. How is that? How is that? And we're going to throw a little bit of yellow ochre on here. A little yellow ochre will work, I think. And if it don't, then, well, we gave it the old college try. That should be plenty enough. And we'll throw maybe. Let me clean that brush out. We'll use the same brush. Make sure I got this brush getting clean. Sorry, y'all, having to stare at my head. It's okay. So, all right, we're gonna take this yellow ochre. Yellow ochre, sorry. And I'm gonna try to throw us a little bit of, maybe just a touch of the black. Work it in there. Let's just work this paint. Maybe lighten her up a little bit more. We'll see if we can't get us something that looks sand-like. You know, you gotta be perfect. It's not the color I'm looking for at all. Let's add a little more white to this. See if we can get something close to what I want. We will, or we won't. I think I might end up being a little bit more fine with this color than the last one, though, to be 100% honest. Something like that. Just something for a little bit of a sandy color. Keep in mind, I'm keeping this dark because you gotta stop and think it's late in the evening. So. Yeah, that's gonna work. Let's clean out the brush again. Because we have some paint built up in it like you wouldn't believe. Like you would not believe. Alright, let's see what other color we like to. Maybe just a little bit of that color in the sand. Alright, guys, I'm getting to be all right with that. All right, let's grab some more of this acrylic white because we're going to need a little bit of water on our hit, slapping our beach here. Don't you think? I do think. And we'll just take this old fan brush, and this is just the straight white. And we need to have a little something going on here, don't we? Just need a little bit of water here on the edge of the beach, don't we? Ain't got me nothing great, nothing perfect. Nothing's perfect anyway, last I checked. And we'll just have where it's, just have something right in here. Yeah, something like that. Because that water's been splashing up on our beach here. Just like that. Maybe a little something like that. Clean that brush off, get some fresh white. And maybe right in here. We're just working out little bits of color. Tell you what, let's just have fun with it, right? Alright, it's not perfect, but what is? We're just throwing this little bit of color in here, just kind of mix it up a little. Clean off the excess paint off that brush, grab some more white, and right back in there we go. There we go. Now we've got a sandy, slightly roughed up beach. There we go. Just need a little bit of something right in there. Clean that brush off because we picked up some of that brown sandy color. Just try to pull that nice, and we'll just throw a little more right here. Then if you really want to make it a little prettier, there we go. Get a little bit of that. Get us a little more of that pink color like our sun was. We'll just throw a little bit of that on our waves. Just watch it or you'll do something like that right there like I just did. Now I'm going to get me some white and lighten it up. There we go. Never is the end of the world, even when it seems like it's not. Alright. We're just having to work this out a little more right here. And I tell you what, just for the fun of it, let's say let's just say right here somewhere. Let's clean off all that extra paint right in here. And I think we're gonna make us an old boat. But yeah, an old boat or something sitting right here. Something like this. And right now all that we're doing is we're just cutting out the shape of our boat. Maybe. We'll just get off all this extra paint. Something like that. Let's just wipe the paint off. Just an old beat up old boat. It'll be all right. Something maybe a little bit like this. No, just something like that. It ain't gotta be perfect. We're just getting some of this old paint out of the way. And let's see. Well, I guess we're gonna need some white. And tell you what, we'll go in with a darker color first. And we'll go back over it with some white. Let's just give it a little bit of color here to work with. Has not got to be perfect. Just lightly. We're just throwing in the shape of an old boat. That's all we're doing. An old, weathered, been through the ringer old boat. He's just sitting here like this. He's had better days. He's still floating though, isn't he? He's just an old boat. Been all over this old ocean floating around. Now he's just on the beach, just taking her easy. He's earned him a break after all these years. Yeah, right now we are literally we're just coloring in the shapes all we're doing. Does not have to be perfect at all. Something like that, maybe. Or like I said, we're just throwing in some color. Has it got to be perfect? We'll be going over it and highlighting it or something anyway. All right, now we'll get ready to go over it with some white. Let's see. I wish I had a good brush for this. Sorry folks, as always, I'm just so prepared. I think we've got us a winner right here. All right, let's just grab some of this white right here. And a little bit of that color. And a little more white. And a little more. A touch more. All right, we'll do something like this. And we'll make this the right in here. A little more white. Maybe not that much. We're just trying to get her, because we're going to have her a little bit darker on the inside. It is on the outside. We'll go back over and throw a good outline on this boat too, to make it to where we can really be able to tell what we got here. All right, I'm liking it. Let's throw us a little more of this white out here. All right, we'll clean out this little brush. We'll grab some just straight white right here. We'll start about right here. Really should have taken, get a little more of that out. We'll put on a touch more white intended to. It's a good thing about painting. You can can always fix your little mistakes and no problem at all. Everybody makes mistakes. Wipe off that paint. This is actually new paint I'm trying out. And I mean, good paint, nice colors, but it's already pretty daggone thin. All right, let's try going back in here with some more of this now. Still, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna switch over. I think I had some of the old style titanium white in here somewhere, and I do. This one here, I'm pretty sure this one here is going to stick to it just fine, provided we have any left. Got a little. Hopefully that's enough. Hopefully that is enough. Wipe it out. This is a thick-bodied one. Or, yeah, heavy body, sorry. Just trying to give them a little bit of color is all we're doing. He's just an old, withered boat. He's had way better days in his life. And he is right here on the beach, just taking it easy, enjoying his little vacation he's earned. Start almost look like something again now. Almost. Let's clean that off. Now we're going to go in here and grab us a little bit of this black. May have to lighten it just a touch, or quite a bit either one. Maybe a little bit darker. Sorry folks, trying to get my paints right. I'm just trying to give this a nice chiseled edge. We're just gonna go through here. Start highlighting the edges of our boat. That way we can tell that it is a boat. Reload more paint. Using the very edge. Try not to pick up no more of that paint that I have to. Something like that. We're just trying to give her a little bit of an outline. And we can always blend this if we get a little too much color. Working some color in here. Just a little something like that, I guess. I tell you what, we could cheat just a little bit and cut us in some of this here black, and we'll just come here and try to lay some boards. Try to lay some boards. And we'll work us in a little bit of shade right here. A little more of this black. A little more black. And we're just still trying to work in colors all we're done. Just no boat, seen better days. Well, let's try to fade that out. Just a little bit around this. Little fader brush. Alright, we are getting there. Just bear with me here. We are getting there. Folks, we're working through some not so good paint, but I tell you what, we're going to get there. Take out a knife again. Let's work out everything we don't need that we've put in through here. Alright, so what we've done, we've worked that color in now. We're just going to take our knife and cheat a little bit. Throw us in some old boards. Something like that. Just trying to give it some kind of shape, color, texture. Like I said, he's just an old, tired boat. Just an old tired old boat. That's all he is. I think we've about worked our way through that awful paint. folks, I tell you what, there ain't been no shortage of happy little accents in this painting. I'll tell you that right now. This thing has been a nightmare, almost. It's okay. You've all hung out with me. I've been happy to have you here. And hopefully, we've encouraged you to get out there and paint a little. Just maybe. Alrighty, folks. I hope that looks good enough for you, because it does for me. Anyway, I want to thank y'all for watching again. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tell somebody about us. We appreciate it. Until next time, I'm out. I am the Bald Painter, and you've been watching Brush Strokes. Y'all take it easy.